So when you're training dogs with commands, there's two ways to train a dog. You can either make them do it, or you can make them want to do it. And it's far easier to make them want to do it, because then in the future they're going to do things for you when you ask, and you're not going to have to force them to do it. So for things like teaching them to sit and teaching them to lie down, it's very important that we don't force them into doing anything by pushing down on their bottoms or pushing down on their shoulders or anything, because all that's going to do is teach them to either try and resist sitting or resist being pushed into a down, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do, or it means that they're going to rely on that cue with the hand on their bottom to make them sit in future, which is not what we want either. Okay, so Roxie's raring to go today, so now that I've taught her name and got her attention and she's really focused on these treats, I'm going to teach her first position, which is to sit. I promise you I've never taught her this before. I wanted to make sure that she could do this for the first time whilst we were filming. So I've got some really nice treats. I've got some little bit of hot dog sausage, so she's very focused on me. So what I'm going to do is she seems to be sitting already. So getting her attention with the treat right on the end of the nose, I'm going to bring my hand up between her eyes, and as the hand goes up, good girl, the bottom goes down, and she gets a treat for that, and she gets some praise. Well done. She's so clever. Okay, I'll get to stand up again. So treat on the end of the nose, bring the hand up between the eyes, good girl, well done, and she gets a treat for her bottom having hit the ground. I'll do one more go. See? Between your eyes. Good girlie, well done, well done. As you can see, she loves the sausage. So as you might have noticed, you didn't hear me say the word sit at any point then, because I don't want to start saying the word sit until I am 99% sure that she's going to follow this lure with my hand and actually get into the sit. Because if I say sit and she lifts her paw like that to the treat, and I say sit and she takes a step backwards, then I say sit and she turns and looks up at me, she's not actually learning then what the word sit means. It's actually becoming very confusing. So I make sure that I have the behaviour that I want, and then I put the word to it later. Treat on the end of the nose. Don't lift your hand up too high. Oh, good. Trying to demonstrate there. If you lift your hand up too high, you might jump up like that to get it. So, yeah. I know, you did it. Good girl. Well done. See? Good girlie. Well done. You got your treat. Well done. So clever. So, now I'm going to demonstrate using the word, so I'm pretty sure she'll go into it now. Sit. Good girl. So just before she sits, I say the word. Roxie, sit. Good girl. Well done. So she's associating the action of sitting with the word. So we'll try and get her to, if we can time it so that we say the word just before she starts to sit, if you can predict that. So you have to be waiting until you're pretty sure she's going to sit. So for that behaviour I've just demonstrated, the sit, the word for that, the command for that is going to be simply the word sit. You need to make sure that nobody else in the house is using any other words. So nobody else says, come on now sit. Nobody says sit down, which can get very confusing. So we need to make sure that everybody's using exactly the same words in the house, and sit means what she's just learnt to do, sit, and I'll keep practicing with her.